Public Broadcasting and the Tennessee Arts Commission. You can watch today's performance on our Facebook Live right now. It's time. Please make welcome your host for the WDVX Blue Plate Special, Red Hickey.
Hey, y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. It is real live music right here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee, and we're here hanging out inside Visit Knoxville. Feel free to come join us. If you can't be here with us today, you know, you can always watch it stream live there on the WDVX Facebook page. We have two acts for you here today on the show. Visiting with us from Greensboro, North Carolina, Colin Cutler and his band are here, and they're going to be up the second half of the show today. To get things started, Taylor's currently based out of Nashville, Tennessee. Give a great big welcome to Taylor Shuck to the Blue Plate Special.
I'm sorry, I know it's been a little while since we talked out loud. I know there's ways to change strange things. I say there's been time, we're different now. No matter what you say or do, find myself stuck back on you, it's different every time. There's peace of mind I only find with you and I. Everything just came and went, I'd be gone when it needed been. Too much was on my mind. And then I'd be back onto you when I was lost or feeling blue. It ain't right, I was out of line. No matter what you say or do, find myself stuck back on you, it's different every time. There's peace of mind I only find with you and I. When I try to sleep, I just hear the words that I last spoke to you. And then I dream that we'd never hear the lies I said were true. No matter what you say or do, find myself stuck back on you, it's different every time. There's peace of mind I only find with you and I. No matter what you say or do, find myself stuck back on you, it's different every time. There's peace of mind I only find with you and I. This next one's called New York City. Gone to New York City, and I can't follow through. I'll be just another memory of what you used to do. You've gone to New York City. You gotta be free, so I'll try to make every moment cling until you leave. You gotta do what's gotta be done. Sometimes it means you gotta move on. Life's just a tapestry of choices, right and wrong, so follow your heart to the morning sun. But you gone to New York City, and I can't follow through. I'll be just another memory of what you used to do. You've gone to New York City. You gotta be free, so I'll try to make every moment cling until you leave. Forgiving words bring light to the dark. Sometimes all you need is that little spark. Just like a car that struggles to start. Thanks for turning over my broke down heart. But you gone to New York City, and I can't follow through. I'll be just another memory of what you used to do. Gone to New York City. You gotta be free, so I'll try to make every moment cling until you leave. If I had wings, I'd fly so high. I'd see how the crow sees and go even higher, till I could say everything invisible to me. Each one of us setting each other free. But you gone to New York City, and I can't follow through. I'll be just another memory of what you used to do. You've gone to New York City. You gotta be free, so I'll try to make every moment cling until you leave. I'll just try to make every moment cling until you leave. Thanks.
This is Taylor Shuck on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. I mentioned Taylor is currently based in Nashville. I don't think Taylor's been in Nashville too terribly long, right?
No, I've been there for about a year now. I moved there last year because I got really cheap rent, and I was like, well, the pandemic's still kind of going on, so let's give it a shot.
Well, I don't think I've heard Nashville and cheap rent in the same sentence
No,
in a
I
while.
got so lucky.
But you're not sure how long you're going to be there.
I might be there. It's all up in the air right now. I'm getting ready to release a solo album, so it kind of just depends on where that takes me. I've never stayed in one place for too terribly long, so.
So the new project comes out this fall. Tell
Yes.
us about that.
All right, so I figured for my debut album, the smartest thing I could do would be put a Christmas song on it. It's kind of a Christmas song. So I was thinking about when I could release it. It's called Snowed In, has a lot of like winter imagery, and it's all about like melancholy and nostalgia, because those two things often go hand in hand. And you can't really release a song about that during summer when it's summer anthems season. So yeah.
So
It'll be my debut.
All right. What it's called Snowed In?
Yeah, Snowed In. Not to be confused with the man Snowden, but more like the precipitation form.
And you can find more information about it and watch for the release at taylorshuck.com for more information. Where'd you grow
Yeah.
up, Taylor?
I grew up right outside of Louisville, Kentucky, in a place called Fisherville.
Mm-hmm.
We were small enough that they shut down our post office. So, yeah. It was right on the county line, too, between Shelby County and Jefferson County. So I always like to say that I was a stone's throw from the county line, which is true because I did it.
Well, y'all can chat it up more with him after the show, shaking howdy with him, and thank him for making music for us here today. I'm going to back out of the way. This is Taylor Shuck on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
Thank you all. And this one's actually going to be called Caroline. It's a song that goes out to my dead grandpa. Oh, Caroline, won't you go to school and grow up to be smarter? Oh, Caroline, remember to respect your father and your mother. I wish I could stay, I had so much to offer. Life is hard, but you're gonna prosper. Caroline. Oh, Caroline, you gave us so much to be proud of. Don't toe the line, you're doing fine. Remember to count on your loved ones like no other. I wish I could stay, I had so much to offer. Life is hard, but you're gonna prosper. Caroline. Barely 1 year old now, what I gotta say won't cross your mind. Even though I'll be around for a while, you'll do fine without my advice. Oh, Caroline, don't live for other people's glory. Don't be afraid and seize the day. Remember to live your own story. Do it for me. I wish I could stay. I had so much to offer. Life is hard, but you're gonna prosper. Caroline. Thanks, y'all. And this one's called 2 Extra Hours. It's about needing 2 extra hours. I wish there's more time for us to catch a spark, or maybe a distance that wasn't so far apart. I wish I had a chance to do everything. Well, I'm booking a one-way ticket to better memories. I'm just booking a one-way ticket to better memories. Oh, Lord. And if I had 2 extra hours, I would drive through the night. I would be by your side just so you wouldn't go to bed lonely. If I had 2 extra hours, maybe things could have worked out. I bet there'd be less to doubt, and you could come around, and I could come around. I never got the chance to apologize, 'cause the way that I treated you wasn't quite right. Time makes us fonder of the years we got, but now memories are sweeter when they're far off. Said now memories are sweeter when they're so far off. And if I had 2 extra hours, I would drive through the night. I would be by your side just so you wouldn't go to bed lonely. If I had 2 extra hours, maybe things could have worked out. I bet there'd be less doubt, and you could come around, and I could come around. I wish I could fund one last trip up north. Maybe make a difference, put the cart behind the horse. Even if it's just one chance to say goodbye. Well, now sometimes explanations are a lullaby. Sometimes explanations are a lullaby. And if I had 2 extra hours, I would drive through the night. I would be by your side just so you wouldn't go to bed lonely. If I had 2 extra hours, maybe things could have worked out. I bet there'd be less doubt, and you could come around, and I could come around. You could come around, and I could come around. Thanks, y'all. Well, my main instrument's a banjo, so I'm going to switch over to that for a sec. Maybe, if I have the banjo fixed. There we go. Scared y'all. All right, so like I said, I've been getting ready to release a new album, and this one is going to be on that album. New York City's also going to be on it, but this one's called Old High and Dry. It's about being left high and dry. Sometimes late at night, regrets run through my mind. Successes run out of time, turn to failure in the blink of an eye. You never said why, you never said why, leaving me with empty sides. So figure it out, old high and dry. Oh. Look at stars, how do? You never showed, and I love you despite the times you broke the truth, but no one else was there for you. You never said why, you never said why, leaving me with empty sides. So figure it out, old high and dry. Oh. I will always be okay. I fall up in my own way. Took advantage of the fact, left me stranded, no life raft. Left me stranded with no way back. Expected to drown, so you won't deal with that. You won't deal with that. Don't look back. Strangers now, maybe before. All I wanted was a little more friendship, not an outside force. Mutual trust, not petty wars. You never said why, you never said why, leaving me with empty sides. So figure it out, old high and dry. Endings happen all the time. People change, memories die, leaving a kind of alibi. Even though there's no reply, you never said why. You never said why, leaving me with empty sides. So figure it out. Oh, just figure it out. Oh, just figure it out. Old high and dry. Oh. Well, I forgot to tune this thing before I drove to Knoxville, so it's been a couple days. It's a banjo. One more? Wow, that was fast. All right. Well, that certainly changes a few things. I want to do a song. I want to do one more song on the guitar, I believe. Or yeah, on the guitar. This song is called Painting of You and Me. It's about a long distance relationship I had, and how if we were birds, it'd probably be easier to get together. We were both running, we knew nothing left to do. We healed each other, you for me and me for you. We felt so close to flying, spread our wings over the sea, but we fell down in the water, so it wasn't quite our thing. Now we know that falling always hurts, whether it's a love or loss, it never seems to work. We separately will migrate where we need, flocks apart. We struggle to be free, it's a painting of you and me. Flew from Colorado down south of Abilene. They say everything's bigger there, but our heart's too small to see. I made it to the border, but you never came on through. I'm warm up feeling colder, all alone, just thoughts of you. Now we know that falling always hurts, whether it's a love or loss, it never seems to work. Separately we'll migrate where we need, flocks apart. We struggle to be free, painting of you and me. Now love's what brought me here, making all my plans less clear. It hurts no matter who you are, but constellations are brighter in the dark. Now we know that falling always hurts, whether it's a love or loss, it never seems to work. But separately we'll migrate where we need, flocks apart. We struggle to be free, flocks apart. We struggle to be free, flocks apart. We struggle to be free, it's a painting of you and me. Thanks, y'all. Stay tuned for Colin.
That's Taylor Shuck on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Again, you can find more information by visiting taylorshuck.com. His new project will be coming out in November. You can watch for that. And certainly shake and howdy with him after the show and make him feel welcome. You know, support for the WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from listeners just like yourselves, from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, from the Tennessee Arts Commission, and Barley's down in Knoxville's Old City, where we have the Big Plate live every Friday at noon. So coming up tomorrow, we'll be right here inside Visit Knoxville with Ashley, Virginia, and Nick Teal. On Friday's Big Plate, we'll be at Barley's with Anna Nakay and Irakli Gabriel. And on Saturday brings the Bloody 10th. You can always go to our website there at WDVX.com and click at the very top of the website. It's going to take you over to a calendar where you can find out who's coming up. But we'll also link you over to the artist websites as well, so you can learn a little bit more about them as well. And that's all right there at WDVX.com. Also, I want to mention coming up this weekend, this Saturday at 10 a.m., it is Kids Stuff Live. It is sort of like a Blue Plate, but kind of geared toward smaller folks and more room to run and jump and skip and hop, and it's really fun with all these cameras in here, having a bunch of little people running around everywhere. But you can join us for that this Saturday. Evie Andrus is going to host and be the guest of Kids Stuff this week. And information is available at WDVX.com. As we roll along with today's show, as I mentioned earlier, they're based out of Greensboro. Give a great big welcome, y'all, to Colin Cutler to the Blue Plate Special.
Well, thank you very much, and it's a real pleasure to be here in Knoxville. And how about Taylor Shuck ripping it up on that guitar? Some awful pretty playing. Some awful pretty guitar playing. That's why I bring Bob along, because I'm not nearly that skilled. But I am another banjo player, and we're going to start off with a banjo tune about getting drunk in one state and ending up in another. Which Bristol, besides, of course, being home to the fastest half mile in all of NASCAR, is also one of the easiest cities in all the world for that to happen, because state line runs right down to Main Street. It's a good time. So here's Bristol City Breakdown.
Sun comes up when the whiskey's gone. Sun comes up when the whiskey's gone. Sun comes up when the whiskey's gone. Hear this land, my baby. I started last night in Old Tennessee. Started last night in Old Tennessee. Started last night in Old Tennessee, and I woke up in Virginia. The sun comes up when the whiskey's gone. Sun comes up when the whiskey's gone. Sun comes up when the whiskey's gone. Hear this land, my baby. Preacher man dancing with a bottle in his hand. Preacher man dancing with a bottle in his hand. Preacher man dancing with a bottle in his hand. And I heard church bells this morning. The sun comes up when the whiskey's gone. Sun comes up when the whiskey's gone. Sun comes up when the whiskey's gone. Here's this land, my baby. Devil make free, said you and me and that ought to make free. You and me and that whiskey make free about this time next year. The sun comes up and the whiskey's gone. The sun comes up and the whiskey's gone. The sun comes up and the whiskey's gone. Here's this land, my baby. Well, honey, I hear the train blowing. Honey, I hear the train blowing. Honey, I hear the train blowing. I gotta get on time. The sun comes up and the whiskey's gone. The sun comes up and the whiskey's gone. The sun comes up and the whiskey's gone. Here's this land, my baby. Yeah, the sun comes up and the whiskey's gone. Sun comes up and the whiskey's gone. Sun comes up and the whiskey's gone. Here's this land, my baby.
Thank you very much. I'm going to switch over to the guitar right quick. Yeah, we have a good time. Matter of fact, we are playing in Bristol tonight at Delta Blues Barbecue from 6 to 8. So we'll be rolling on up from here, probably stop into the Birthplace Country Music Museum, unless anybody can tell us some cool things to do around Knoxville. Maybe we'll stick around a little longer. But we'd love to come on back to Knoxville. It's a real pleasure to be back up here on the, or to be up here on the Blue Plate Special for our first time. So thank you very much for having us. And we also have a new album coming out later on this year. We were actually just in the studio Monday and Tuesday, and it's based off of short stories by Flannery O'Connor, and this here's one of them. It's called A Good Man's Hard to Find, and A Bad Man's Easy.
There ain't no joy, Bobby Lee, I said as we drove down Highway 1. That tiger tattoo on his arm, it grinned as he tightened his grip on the butt of his gun. Well, my nature to the Carolina line, but a bad man is easy to find. Have I ever told you how I feel when I hear those sirens wail? Like a pack of dogs nipping at my heels, even if I know they aren't on my trail. Well, a good man is hard to find and a bad man is easy. My mama said there's two kinds of people. You're going to heaven or you're going to hell. But everybody's got at least a little killer in you. Touch when I wanted, you can tell. Good man is hard to find and a bad man is easy. Was it love, was it fear in her eyes? It was something that I never seen before. It was like she saw me and she recognized me, and I must have took the back when I shot her. 'Cause a good man is hard to find and a bad man's easy. But a good man is hard to find. Said a good man is hard to find. Oh, a good man is hard to find. Said a good man is hard to find. Good man is hard to find, and a bad man is easy. Bad man is easy. Bad man is easy. Bad man is easy. It's a bad man's easy.
Thank you very much. That's Bob Worrells there on the electric guitar, Manuel Rankin there on the drums.
This is Colin Cutler with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. So, Colin, where'd you grow up? You're new to us here. We need the scoop.
Well, you know, I was an Air Force brat, so I grew up all over.
You did?
Born in England, then Virginia, Louisiana, Illinois, Nebraska, back to Virginia, back to Nebraska, went back to Virginia for college, then moved down to North Carolina back in 2014.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then lived 4 years overseas, first with the Army and then kicking around Europe for a bit, and then the pandemic brought me back to North Carolina.
All right.
Yeah.
So, you landed back in North Carolina during the pandemic?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, great time to move.
You know, it was a lot better than where I was.
So you're, what was it like? You know, it had to be sort of surreal because when you came back home, it was really different. You know, there weren't any restaurants open and anything going on or anything like that. So did you just settle into music when you came back?
Pretty much, yeah. I spent a lot of that summer down at my grandparents' place, and I'm actually going to tell a little bit more about that with one of the songs there. And yeah, I just found all the places that had outdoor spots to go play. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a little bit of an obsession happening with hot pepper jam.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that a little bit. That's the name of your current project.
It is. Yep.
first.
Yep. The last album that came out back in 2021. Yep.
And he has hot pepper jam available
I
over
do.
here.
Yeah, but I grow the
Homemade.
peppers. Yep. I grow the peppers myself and can them up. So yeah.
Very, really cool.
Yeah, so if you like spicy stuff, it's great on cream cheese, pork chops, and all that good stuff too. So.
Well, tell us about the project. Did you write these songs during the pandemic, or is this stuff you had already ready to go?
That was kind of a collection of both. I realized I had a lot of happy songs that didn't fit with my other albums, so over time I just sort of collected those, wrote a couple new ones, and also took a couple of folk tunes as well. Am I Born to Die from up in the Shenandoah Valley, and I think there was another one. Oh yeah, Cruel Willie as well, that I'd learned up in Virginia, and I put both those on there. I like, with my folk albums, I like to put on a couple of the folk tunes that have influenced me as well. So yeah.
Okay. Well, you all feel free to stop by that merch table after the show and certainly shake and howdy with our performers and thank them for making music for us here today. Again, they're headed up to Bristol tonight to Delta Blues. And on Friday, they'll be in Lexington, North Carolina. Again, more information found right there at ColinCutlerMusic.com for more information. And back on out of the way, we're going to get more music from Colin Cutler on the WDVX Blue Plate special.
Thank you very much. And yeah, Colin Cutler Music on Facebook, Instagram, or theold.com is where you can find me. And I was going to leave this song for a minute, but I guess I'll go ahead and. We already mentioned hot pepper jam, so might as well do it now. So yeah, March of 2020, I was teaching over in Romania, which is a beautiful, beautiful country, and it was my second time there. But the pandemic hit, and I decided to come on back to North Carolina, and I spent the summer down in Vanceboro. Has anybody here ever heard of Vanceboro, North Carolina? On your way down to the beach? Yep. Most people in North Carolina haven't heard of Vanceboro, so if you haven't heard of it, don't feel bad. But usually the most interesting thing to do there is walk on down to the orangeade shop, get yourself an orangeade. But thanks to the pandemic, that was closed, so the next best option was the tent revival. Lasted for a week right across from the liquor store. Didn't really seem to be my scene, so I decided, I'm going to put a garden in here at the farm. It's an island on the middle of the creek and swamp, right past the Mason's Lodge. Been about 7 years since I kept a garden and it showed. Tomatoes died, cucumbers died. Squash are pretty hard to kill, but I managed that too. Those hot peppers love that sandy soil, and by the end of that summer, I was picking habaneros, cayennes, jalapenos, tabascos, cow horns. I don't even remember all the rest of them. Made a bunch of hot pepper jam. Shortly thereafter, I moved on back up to Greensboro, and I ran into a young lady who, first time she and I had met was about 5 years before all this, when I was playing banjo there on Elm Street, the main drag through town, and she'd walk by in a chili pepper suit. By a chili pepper suit, by the way, this isn't like a three-piece suit with chili peppers on it. You could have just thrown her up on the billboard across from the Applebee's. She would have been the competition over there at Chili's. Anyhow, we're together now and bought a house and her name's on it, so I guess it's halfway serious. But if you think the song here is anything about anything other than what comes in those mason jars over there, you might have been listening to too much 30s blues music and or you might need Jesus, one of the two. This here's Hot Pepper Jam. She was singing that pepper song. And the first time that I
through. Gonna stir up that jelly pot, mama, till it's sticky as highway tar. Stir up that jelly pot, mama, till it's fiery as you are. Hey, whoa, gonna can that pepper in your jar. Spread on your biscuits, mama, on and spread that pepper jam. Spread it on your biscuits, mama, with a little bit of country ham. Hey, whoa, they call me Hot Pepper Man.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much. Yep, that's the title track off the last album, and this one here is off an older one called Stranger in the Promised Land. It's one of the very first songs I ever wrote. Speaking of Nebraska, I lived out there for about 7 years of my life. My folks still live out there for their sins. And one day I started trying to write a song about Nebraska, and I realized, you know what, there's three things out there besides my folks. There's corn, soybeans every other year, and a whole lot of sky. Now, I'm not much of a poet, but I realized that none of those three things rhyme. So I figured I'd write a song about the state next door. This here's Hey Colorado.
Hey, Colorado, it's been a long time since I last smelled the breeze through your ponderosa pines. I've been doing all right, and I hope you've been fine. Hey, Colorado, it's been a long time. Hey, Colorado, it's been a long time. And I drove out to Denver from Omaha. I had to keep driving, I had no one to call. I drove into the mountains till the snow began to fall. Hey, Colorado, I had no one to call. Hey, Colorado, I had no one left to call. And I've climbed up your mountains, made love in your woods. Watched storms on your plains and your fires burn down the soot. There's just something about you that burns in my blood. Hey, Colorado, you burn in my blood. Hey, Colorado, you burn in my blood. Colorado, it's been a long time since I last smelled the breeze through your Ponderosa Pass. I've been doing all right, and I hope you've been fine. Hey, Colorado, it's been a long time. Hey, Colorado, it's been a long, yeah, it's been a long time.
Thank you. Cool. All right. So, yeah, like I said, we spent a couple days landing the new record, Monday and Tuesday, and this is a song that was on the Peacock Feathers EP, and this album is basically going to be an expansion of that into a full album. This here's one of the songs called "Mama Don't Know Where Heaven Is." We like to play at a little bar up in Elkin, and there's a waitress there who goes by Mama. Each time she says, "Well, I do know where heaven is." And I said, "Well, bless you. We'll change the words for you this time, but you guys get it as it's written." So.
Mama, I don't know where heaven is, but I hear that's where you've gone. Mama, I don't know where heaven is, oh Lord, but I'll be there with you before too long. Well, Father, he says you've gone away. There ain't heaven nor a hell. Well, Father, he says you've gone away. And you ain't back, and you ain't well. 'Cause Mama, I don't know where heaven is, but I Mama, I don't know where heaven is, oh Lord, but I'll be there with you before too long. Sister, she was a baby, and I hear that she's up in heaven too. Well, sister, she was a baby, oh Lord, and I wonder if she's seen you. Mama, I don't know where heaven is, but I hear that's where you've gone. Mama, I don't know where heaven is, oh Lord, but I'll be there with you before too long. 'Cause there's a boy out on the street says you've seen Jesus' face. Says there ain't no more people crying. I want to be there where you are. Mama, I don't know where heaven is, but I hear that's where you've gone. Mama, I don't know where heaven is, oh Lord. Oh, but I'll be there with you. Yes, I'll be there with you. Yes, I'll be there with you before too long.
Thank you very much.
This is Colin Cutler with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. We're going to get one more tune from them here this afternoon, but how about one more round of applause for Taylor Shuck, the first half of the show here today? And everyone to shake and howdy with our performers afterwards and just thank them for making music for us today. And join us again tomorrow. Ashley Virginia will be with us along with Nick Teal. And you can always visit our website at WDVX.com to find out who's headed in this direction. We are listener supported. There's always a donation box in the back of the room. A few bucks in the box keeps the good music going on the Blue Plate Special. ColinCutlerMusic.com for more information, and you can find them on all of the socials as well. Hot Pepper Jam and Hot Pepper Jam available at the merch table after the show.
And Hot Pepper Jam t-shirts, too.
Oh, well, there's a lot of hot pepper jamming going on, y'all. Tonight, headed up to Bristol to Delta Blues, and Friday in Lexington, North Carolina. More information on the tour schedule there at the website as well. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Will y'all close us out with the last one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, so this is a song that will also be on the new album. It's not on the EP, and we've got a fantastic steel guitar player, Deshaun Hickman. He's going to be on it as well. It's sort of a North Carolina treasure. Again, Bob Worrell's here on the electric guitar, Emmanuel Rankin on the drums. Huge shout-out as well to Taylor Shuck as well. And this here's a song called Temple of the Holy Ghost. Was not planning to put it on the set list today, but I was looking at some of the news and figured it would be fitting. So this is just a little reminder that we are all made in the image of God.
You can work in an office, you can drive a train, you can sit in prison, a number without a name. You're the temple of the Holy Ghost. You can stand on the corner of the city street, Bible in your hands, or high heels on your feet. You're the temple of the Holy Ghost. You're a child of Adam, a child of Eve, a precious to that truth pit, the hour of first belief. You're the temple of the Holy Ghost. Take the hat off my head, take the socks off my toes. It don't matter what's underneath your clothes. You're the temple of the Holy Ghost. You could live in a house, you could live in a car, but who do you think you are? You're the temple of the Holy Ghost. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust, the glass heart breaks into steel heart rusts. You're the temple of the Holy ghost. Look to your left, you can look to your right, you can look there behind you, look straight into my eyes. You're the temple of the Holy Ghost.
Thank y'all very much. Cheers, y'all.
Colin Cutler. Thank y'all. Join us next time for more real life.